Hi there. I'll be doing a quick disassembly, a few tips here and there, and the reassembly of the KWC Desert Eagle 58AE Select Fire CO2 gas blowback airsoft pistol. And the only tool that you need is the T6 torx size screw bit, or you can also use the 1.5 millimeter Allen key. I'll be using the hex key right here. And the first step is to remove the magazine from the magwell. I already did that. So next step, keep the selector on semi in the middle of the full auto and the safety. Then after, pull back the slide, lock it. In the back of the slide, on the underneath part, there's a little screw. If you could see that right there in one of the indents on the right side, there's a little screw right there. This is where the tool comes in handy. You need to put it in there. The screw is sticking out and we need to screw it in. So put the hex key in there, then rotate clockwise. While you're screwing in, do not over screw it. Do not screw it all the way in because it may damage the internals. So I'd go maybe one full turn and maybe and a half. There you go. And you can see it's leveled with the, it's not too in, it's leveled with the indent right here. See that? See that? Yeah, there you go. And after this, push back the slide. Then on the left side of the gun, press the release button. On the right, push this down. Then the top half, the top of the slide is gonna slide forward. Then the top of the slide itself, bring it out. And then the lower part of the slide, push it forward, and you'll feel it's gonna get stuck at a certain point. So at that point, hold down the trigger and it's gonna easily slide off. And there you go, the disassembly. And at this point, you could either clean out the gunk from the internals, the inside rails, clean out over here. Then after, put some silicone like this, silicone oil. I'd mostly put it in the cylinder unit because CO2 doesn't have lubricant like green gas does. So I'll put a little bit more in there, put in the rails inside, the recoil springs. Also put it over here, the moving parts, the trigger, the spring, the firing pin, put it on the springs here. And I'd also put it on the friction over here, the moving parts, on the bottom of the top side of the slide. Put it over here too, right here. And if it takes a while to clean it all up, put silicone, I suggest decompressing the firing pin. To do this, there's this little metal piece right there. You push it back like this, then you hear a click. It's either your firing pin is gonna already reset, but if it doesn't, it moves a little bit, I'll pull the trigger. Then now it's not compressed, it's now reset. And after that, you can keep on lubing everything, cleaning out all the internals, wiping down all the gunk with some small soft cloth like this. And you can also adjust the hop up from here using the same Allen key. There's a small little adjuster on the top of the barrel housing, if you could see it right there, that white part on above the bucking. That's the hop up adjuster. So I suggest not using your finger because it's probably too big to fit in there. So I'd suggest using the Allen key. So go all the way in. I don't know if you can see that, but to have more hop, push the adjuster left, and then if less hop, move it to the right. Push it to the right. Right now it's in the middle. If you can see that right there, that white part. And I'm gonna leave it right there for now. And to put it back together, just follow steps backwards. So take your lower half, take your slide, put it back in here. Then watch out for your recoil springs. They might get snagged on the bottom like so. So I just keep it upwards until you reach a certain point, until it gets stuck again. So I'd hold down the trigger, and at that point don't let your springs get snagged. Keep going backwards. There you go. And then keep going backwards. One of the springs is snagged. There you go. Once it hits a point, there's a spring holder at the end. You can see that. And you can test your springs work properly. I guess it works, yeah. See, it's leveled. It's not crooked like this. Just keep it leveled. Then after this, take the top half of the slide, put it on top, push it back in, follow the rail to flush it in, follow it through. Then once you're at this point, it's all leveled right here, right there. Push it just a little until you hear like a click or something. Then after that, put back the release button. And once you hear that click, it's all put together. But at this point, the trigger's not working, and you want to know why? Because that screw that we just screwed in connects with the selector to the trigger. So right now the firing pin is not engaging. So to do this, we'd use that screw. We use that screw right here. See it? You can see that right there. We have to screw it back out again with the same tool, the Allen key. Right here. If you can see that, I don't think. Yeah. And I would let it stick out until it's leveled with one of the side of the. Once it's leveled with the side of the slide, like so. I wouldn't let it stick out all the way because it wouldn't even work. So let it get flushed, like let it stick out just a little bit. You can see that. Then once you do that, push back the slide. Then after that, the fire pin works when you pull this trigger. There you go. And this is the disassembly, reassembly. And I gave you a few tips here and there. There you go. Thanks for watching.